everyone, of course, is going to have their own experience. Everyone started different types of businesses. Everyone's in different lines of work. So everyone, of course, would have had their own in each experience of what it's like. But yeah, let's start off with one of the pros. So first pro, you don't have to answer to anyone. Like me personally, I like working on my own time frame. I like knowing that if I make a mistake, it was down to me and I can't blame anyone else. So a lot of people see that as a con as well, because they think, oh, it's easier to be given instructions and to be told what to do, whereas you have no one to answer to. You're your own boss. You make the decisions, you make the choices, and you deal with the consequences, which I think is a pro in my eyes. I don't like answering to people, especially when people don't have your best interest at heart, which in a 9-to-5 job, majority of people don't. Another pro of being an entrepreneur is free time. To be honest, you have the time to work around your own schedule. You have the option to work when you see fit, which works well for a lot of people. Again, it comes down to who you are as a person. It works well for a lot of people, but then a lot of other people are lazy, and being on your own schedule and not having to do what you have to do, or having the option to be lazy and not do what you're going to do, is just going to fail your businesses. Make sure that you don't get to where you get to. So I like knowing that I'm able to travel whenever I want to travel. I have the freedom to take a holiday whenever I want. I could take a holiday later today and go for as long as I want, and make sure that either I'm working from abroad or I've got people to fill in the positions that they need to, or even a bit of both, which is what I usually do when I go abroad. So the freedom and the flexibility, definitely another thing, definitely another pro. Let's talk about a con. So a con of being an entrepreneur is, in my personal journey, it's a lonely road. Definitely a lonely road. A lot of my friends, a lot of people around me, a lot of my family members aren't on the same journey I'm on. Sometimes it's hard for them to relate to me. Sometimes it's hard for me to relate to them. It's difficult when everyone's working a 9-to-5 and you've got time on your hands, or when you don't have time on your hands and everyone's got the weekend off, or everyone's got their 30 days holiday. Then yeah. Another con is, I would say, the flexibility can work as a con as well, because in a 9-to-5, you know you're working 9 to 5. When you're an entrepreneur, it's a 24-hour day. Like, as soon as I wake up, I'm working, and I'm working throughout the day. It's like you can go into sleep mode, but you can never switch off. Sometimes I can put my phone to the side for a couple of hours, but even in the back of my head, I know, okay, I might have a message that's coming through that's important that I need to be on my phone for. If I'm not working, I might miss an opportunity, and it can go that way. So it's like you're constantly working, but you still have the flexibility. So that's definitely another con. Third con, for me personally, in the beginning, you fail a lot. Throughout your journey of being an entrepreneur, you're going to fail a lot, but it's what you do with those fails, and you got to turn them L's into lessons, to be honest, because a lot of things are going to go wrong. One thing I would definitely recommend if you're starting off, or even if you're not starting off, get a mentor. If someone's got more experience and done what you're trying to do, I'm sure they can teach you how to do it in a much more cost-effective and time-effective way, rather than you making the mistakes, you losing the money, which I've done plenty of times. And it really is a learning curve that I would recommend to anyone at all places. If you can find a mentor who's done what you want to do, or who's further ahead than you are, work together rather than looking at people like, he's done more than I am, I'm hating on him. Next pro of being an entrepreneur is the wins. The wins feel good. Like, when you know you've been working so hard at something and then things finally start to fall into place, you make that first sale, you've got that consistent revenue coming in each month, you know that you've taken time to do something and set things into the right place, and then you make that sale or things just start going the right way. It feels good knowing that you've put all that time into it, you've done everything yourself, and now it's paying off for just you. It's the little wins that keep you going. This hay fever is killing me though. I feel like I've got to sneeze all day, every day. Although there's a lot of pros for being an entrepreneur, it's definitely it's not as easy as everyone makes it out to seem. It's not as easy as everyone online makes it out to be. The reason why most people make it look so easy is because they want to make you think that you can do it, so that you buy their course and you generate them more income. I'm here to be honest with you. I'm not selling anything. The journey is hard. You're going to fail a lot. It's a lonely journey. More time you're working on things by yourself, and you have to be able to keep getting beat down and keep going. Some people would even say you're insane. Borderline, you need to be insane to be an entrepreneur and to own businesses and to do things yourself. But I guess insanity is what makes greatness. Another con of being an entrepreneur, and this is a big con, one of the major cons of being an entrepreneur is you don't have a certain income. So say for example, some months I'll make nothing, some months I even lose money, and then other months you'll have a big payout. So if you need stability, I've got to sneeze again. I'm gonna blow my nose. Yeah, so if you need stability and that's something that you look for in the route that you choose, this is not for you. Like, no matter what anyone says, trust me, this is not the route for you. Some months you're not going to make a penny, some months you're going to lose money, and then other months you're going to have a big payout. So I've got friends that they say, oh, I can't do this because I haven't been paid yet. You don't know for certain when your next paycheck is going to come through. Once things are all up and running and you know everything's set in place, you know you've got regular payments coming through. But in the beginning, and even sometimes when things go wrong, you don't know when your next payment's going to come in. Let's say when I was around 14, I started selling trainers. No, when I was around like 14, 15, I started selling trainers. I haven't worked a job since I was 12. And if I didn't sell a pair of trainers, I wasn't getting paid. So my friends might have had a payment coming in every month, and I wouldn't have had a payment coming in. Say for example, there was months where I didn't sell any trainers, and then at the end of those months I would sell a pair of trainers for like, or a couple of pairs for like 2-3 grand. So in that month I'd make 2-3 grand, but the month before I might have not made anything. I might have bought 5 pairs of trainers and said, oh, I need to sell them by this date, and they didn't end up selling. So if you need stability to be comfortable, or if comfort is your forte, it's not going to work for you because you're never really comfortable. And again, some people would say you have to be crazy to be living like this, but in all due time it will be worth it. Well, that's the way I view it anyways. There's two sides of every coin, so a lot of these things for me might be pros, but for other people they might be cons, or vice versa. So for example, the fact that you have to do everything yourself, or even down to hiring and filling in positions that you might not be as good at or that you might not want to do. Some people might see that as a pro because, okay, you get to do what you like doing and do what you're good at. But other people might view that as a con because you have to now find someone else to do it, which is another job in itself. And hiring people and dealing with people is one of the biggest struggles you're going to have, because some people can't be trusted, some people can't be relied upon. Dealing with people, everyone has their own things that they're going through and their own perspective of things. So it's hard to deal with people sometimes. as I said, these are my personal opinions and the way that I view things. So it might not be the same for you, might not be the same for some people that you know, but I can only speak from my perspective and my opinion. But yeah, I don't know if the camera's cut off, but I'm gonna end the video here anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this could help some people to see or to learn a little bit more. Yeah.